When it comes to women, there are certain things that Sigma males just won't do. These elusive individuals are known for their independence and non-conformity, and they don't typically follow the usual dating norms. While alpha males may chase after women and beta males may try to please them, Sigma males have a whole different approach. They don't feel the need to impress or chase after anyone, and they certainly won't do these 10 things with women. Number 1. Sharing personal details with a woman they just met. We've all had those moments where we meet someone new and, in the excitement, overshare more than we intended. Yet, Sigma males tread a different path. They value their privacy and have a natural guard up when it comes to personal life details. They believe trust is something to be earned, not given away freely on a first encounter. You won't catch a Sigma male spilling his life story to someone he just met. They're more likely to listen than to talk, and they'll share in layers, only as they become more comfortable with a person. They see no need to reveal their deepest secrets and innermost thoughts to someone they barely know. This isn't a sign of being closed off or distant. It's simply a reflection of their introspective and thoughtful nature. Their personal information is something only to be shared with those who have proven themselves trustworthy over time. This cautious approach might make them seem mysterious or reserved, but that's just because they value their personal boundaries and take the time to get to know someone before opening up. Number 2. Tolerating manipulation or emotional games. A Sigma male won't stand for any mind games or manipulation. If a woman tries to use guilt or mind tricks to get him to do something, it won't work. If he feels like the interactions with her are becoming more about control or ego instead of mutual respect and honesty, he steps back. He can spot these games from a mile away and walk away rather than play along. He values openness and real connections, not someone trying to test his limits or make him jump through hoops. There's an understanding that relationships should be straightforward and genuine, not a chess game of emotions. With everyone's cards on the table, the relationship becomes about two people truly getting to know each other, and there's no room for games of any sort. If a woman tries using jealousy or ambiguity to keep them interested, she's in for a surprise. Sigma males don't respond well to those tactics and won't compete for someone's attention. They're more than comfortable walking away if they feel someone's trying to control them or play with their feelings. Nobody has time for that. What really sets them apart is their ability to see through the nonsense. They value direct communication without hidden agendas and won't waste their time on someone who is not being straightforward with them. They don't need her to constantly test their loyalty or affection because it's clear from the start when they're in a relationship. No need for guessing games or passive-aggressive behavior. If she makes them feel like they're walking on eggshells, they'll walk away without hesitation. Number 3. Texting or calling excessively. Unlike many guys who might blow up a woman's phone with messages and calls, Sigma males are on the opposite end of the spectrum. They won't bombard her with constant communication or clingy behavior. Some guys just can't handle the idea of their woman being out of reach. They feel the need to monitor her every move and be in constant touch, just in case they miss something. However, Sigma males give her space and respect her privacy. You won't find them texting or calling all the time, and that's because they won't like it if someone does that to them. They stick to the idea that quality beats quantity every time. They might send a thoughtful message or make a call when it really means something instead of bugging her throughout her day for no reason. A Sigma knows if she's interested, she'll reply. And if not, that's okay too. The silence on his end is powerful. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about giving her the space to come to him. When they do get in touch, their conversations are more meaningful because they're not forced. They actually have stuff to catch up on, and that makes for better, real talk. This chill attitude about communication really stands out. Women notice that he's not just another guy needing constant attention, and this makes him way more interesting and attractive. Number 4. Talking endlessly about themselves. We all know that friend who can't seem to stop talking about themselves. They dominate every conversation, always bringing the focus back to their own experiences and achievements. They have a constant need to be the center of attention and talk about themselves endlessly. Imagine this kind of person on a date, only focusing on their own interests, opinions, and stories. While a little self-confidence is attractive, constantly talking about oneself can be a major turnoff. It's like a monologue where the other person is just expected to sit and listen. No woman wants to feel like she's on a date with a narcissist. In contrast, Sigma males are humble and prefer to listen rather than talk. They prefer to absorb information, not just share it. They ask thoughtful questions and actively listen to a person's responses. This doesn't mean they are not confident or interesting, but they don't feel the need to constantly talk about themselves. They let their actions and character speak for themselves, rather than trying to impress someone with words. Number 5. They don't put women on pedestals. Putting women on pedestals is often seen as a romantic gesture, but in reality, it can be quite damaging. It places unrealistic expectations on women, expecting them to be perfect when no one truly is. Men who do this often end up disappointed when she cannot live up to the fictional version they've created. Sigma males seek a partner they can walk beside, not someone they have to constantly uplift or rescue. Relationships are about two people meeting as equals, connecting and growing together. That's why Sigma males choose not to indulge in this practice. A strong relationship is based on seeing and accepting someone for who they truly are, flaws and all. This approach is more grounded and leads to balanced partnerships, where both people contribute to the relationship without one person being viewed as less or more. Number 6. Using intimidation or aggression to control women. Even the idea of using intimidation or aggression to control women is far from how a real man would act, let alone a self-assured man like the Sigma. Resorting to such tactics is a sign of insecurity and a need to dominate, which is pretty much the opposite of Sigma males' true nature. These men are confident and centered enough to know that a real connection can't be forced, and why would they want it to be? They'd rather be alone than be with someone who is with them out of fear. Sigma males believe in equal footing and respect in a relationship, not fear and control. They lead lives based on the principles of mutual respect and consent. If ever there's disagreement, the way forward isn't through aggression or force. Communication is key for these individuals, solving problems with words and understanding, not intimidation. It's all about a harmonious bond where both individuals feel safe and valued. This is not just how they operate in relationships, it's how they approach all their interactions with others. No bluster, no bullying, just straightforward and peaceful. Number 7. Seeking attention or validation through grand gestures. Unlike those who need to make a scene to get noticed, Sigma males don't rely on grand gestures for attention or validation. They are secure in themselves and don't require a big audience to feel appreciated. Making a fuss isn't their style. The most profound connections are often built on quiet moments and genuine simple actions. Big showy displays can sometimes come off as disingenuous, masking the lack of a deeper connection. But a real connection doesn't need to be broadcasted. It's felt. Attention and validation stem naturally from mutual respect and shared experiences, not from the noise of grand gestures. So many people need to constantly prove themselves or their worth through extravagant displays or public declarations of love. They seek validation and attention from others, using grand gestures as a way to show off and gain approval. But Sigma males don't need that kind of external validation. They are confident in themselves and their relationships without needing to put on a show for anyone else. This genuine self-assurance only adds to the magnetism and allure of these men. Number 8. Suffocating women with constant demands. Have you ever been on the receiving end of someone's relentless demands? It's exhausting, isn't it? Sigma males avoid that behavior, especially in their relationships with women. While some guys can be needy and constantly require reassurance, Sigma males take a more relaxed approach. They know who they are and what they bring to the table, so there's no need to demand validation from anyone else. Instead of making endless demands of others, they focus on improving themselves and their own lives. They don't have time for games or power struggles, and they definitely won't pressure a woman to meet their needs. Making continuous demands can create tension and drive a wedge between two people. Sigma males prefer to keep things straightforward and uncomplicated. They want an independent lifestyle alongside their partner, where both individuals can pursue their interests without feeling weighed down by the other. The lack of constant demands maintains excitement and respect in relationships, fostering interactions with ease and appreciation. This is rarely found when one person consistently asks too much of the other. Number 9. Becoming overly possessive. It's natural to feel protective of the people we care about, but there is a clear and firm line between being considerate and becoming possessive. There's a widespread belief that only women can be possessive in relationships. However, many men also exhibit clingy behavior. They often feel the need to keep tabs on their partner's whereabouts, social circle, and activities, sometimes even attempting to control whom they interact with and where they go. This controlling behavior suffocates their partners, making them feel like they can't breathe without constant supervision. These possessive tendencies often lead to jealousy at the slightest hint of suspicion. These guys might invade their partner's privacy by snooping through their phone or social media, causing drama and guilt-tripping if their partner desires time with friends or family without them. On the other hand, Sigma males would never try to restrict their partner's independence. Everyone needs space and freedom, no matter how much they love each other. The more you try to control someone, the more they want to break free. As Ernest Hemingway said, the best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. Number 10. Using pickup lines. Pickup lines were once a popular way for men to approach women. You've heard them before. Cheesy one-liners like, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" Or, "Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everyone else disappears." But nowadays, smart women don't appreciate them anymore. Sure, some might argue that pickup lines are harmless fun. And maybe they are for some folks. But Sigma males don't need to rely on pickup lines to impress someone. Their intelligence and authenticity are more than enough to spark her interest. Using pickup lines just feels forced for them. While others might struggle to come up with something clever or witty, Sigma males prefer to let the conversation flow naturally.